Today I'm photographing my nephew's first birthday portraits, and I wanted to bring you along for the whole process. Not just the final photos, but what it really looks like behind the scenes during a real shoot. Photographing babies is always unpredictable, and honestly, that's what makes it really fun. I first learned how to do this at JCPenney Portraits, shout out to them. They taught me how to plan a shoot, but you can plan all you want, but once the camera comes out, they're in charge, literally. Set up, preparing for the space, especially with the little ones, you can say goodbye to everything, honestly. It's honestly always overwhelming and always got too much going on, not even gonna lie. But I will tell you, a clean background and having enough space for them to comfortably move around makes a huge difference. At this age, they don't really understand posing, so the environment matters more than anything, but I'm really glad he had this car because that was the main object he could be on. As you can see, the mom and dad are definitely trying to get him to sit still, which, by the way, this is my brother and his girlfriend, so it's a family shoot. So he was definitely comfortable and was able to get some smiles, but that definitely doesn't make it less hard. He was so fidgety, and I mean, he just turned 1, of course he's gonna be moving around. Sometimes the best expressions happen when you're not even trying to get them. Y'all, this was so funny. There's a pedal at the bottom of the car, and he just pressed it and started zooming. We were all like, how is he moving? Because there's also a remote that my brother uses that can have him drive around, but he just pulled off on his own. We were so weak. See, this moment right here where he was looking back and laughing, my mom was like, you gotta get that, you gotta get that. And it's like, man, sometimes you miss the moment, but I'm not gonna get too down on myself because once I show y'all the photos at the end, you'll see I got a lot of laughs. He was showing his little teeth, and the goal is always to capture personality, not perfection. I had a little intermission for the outfit change, and my brother was fixing up the set. I had no idea, actually. I just ran to the side to charge my battery real quick because I saw it was on red. Don't worry, I didn't run out, okay? I had enough space to take the photos and then some. My favorite shots usually happen in between the planned moments, a laugh, a curious look, you know, reaching for something. It's those little reactions that really just capture the candid moments and personality for real. That's why I shoot continuously during these transitions when he's getting settled. You never know when the moment is coming. And honestly, that's where the real storytelling happens. He's of course moving around and it looks like I'm not getting any shots, but that's the magic in photography. You really can capture some real candid moments during these shoots. And I sort of love that babies have no idea what's going on for real, because when it's good, it's good. And when they're laughing and looking around and, you know, capturing that moment of them, it just means so much more, because I've had some really tough shoots, especially back at JCPenney. Babies, again, they have no idea what's going on. They might be upset that day, they didn't want to come in, some really just might not be messing with the camera, and it takes a lot to get them to smile or look up. But even when that tough stuff is going on, I still really like to focus on natural moments. Like, even if they're crying, that's just gonna be the moment that it was. Like, you can look back, show them, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, why was I throwing an absolute fit? But honestly, sometimes the chaos, the movement, and the in-between moments are what makes the story. My little nephew here has so much personality. They were playing his song and he was, look at him, just dancing his freaking head off, bopping around. Those shots in particular didn't come out good because he was moving a lot, but these shots did. Like when he's just looking around, looking at mom. It's just so fun to capture these moments for my family. One thing about this age though, they are droolers. The mom was freaking out like, oh my god, he's just drooling, when does the drooling stop? And I'm like, you know what, it's okay, I can edit it out, I'm skilled in Photoshop, you won't even gotta worry about that. And it was all good. Like when I show y'all the befores and after, you're going to be shook because that baby was drooling everywhere. It was kind of fun though. It was like a challenge, you know, to test out my photography skills, test out my Photoshop skills. These right here came out really good. Like he's just standing in the whip looking up at mom and smiling. It totally helped that he had this playful object, this car that moves. Like, he was smiling and having such a good time. I'm glad we have this prop. Props definitely help. Babies and music, man, it really was a really good prop. Like, it played music from the car. My brother could hook up his phone with the Bluetooth and actually play his favorite songs from the car. It was crazy. Honestly, at the end of the day, shooting babies, especially like 5 and under, it's their game. Like, they're gonna do what they want to do, and you kind of just have to work with them and see what images you capture from that. Trust me, I was not always like this, but doing this helps teach you to capture the moments as they happen and not hold on so hard to the ones you don't capture. I had such a good time photographing my nephew. Hopefully they can show him these photos as they look back on them and let him know his auntie Koye took these pictures of him. Thank you all for coming along with me on this shoot. Do let me know if you want to come along on more in the comments. Leave a like and do subscribe if this content interests you. I'm about to show y'all the before and afters of each of my favorite photos that I sent out. That's all for this one though. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye! Actually, just a very brief shameless plug. If you're in the Chicagoland area, I am a photographer and this is some of my work. I definitely love taking a good portrait session, whether it's birthday, graduation, you have someone in the family doing an event. This is just on a white wall in my loctician's studio where salon, not a studio, but I just love creating and taking pictures. I also love just capturing nature and cityscapes around. Yeah, I just wanted to showcase some of my work and let y'all know that my portfolio is going to be linked in the description. Same with my booking site if you do want to book with me. And if y'all know anyone getting engaged or married, please send them my way for a discounted photo shoot. I would love to get into that space and just capture love. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much. With that, I will leave you with this video I took of fog rolling off the little body of water in my backyard. I guess you would call it steam. I don't really know, but it was pretty, and that's the last photo I took before this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!